All right, welcome back and welcome to episode 170 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, extremely thankful host, Kev the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and wow, my voice just broke again. My boys and friends in real life. Rell's here. Rell, welcome back. How you doing? How's your mental health?
Gucci,
How's your
man.
pockets?
What's Gucci, man? That's
Just got to keep it pushing, huh? Just pass through all the emotions and stuff. Um, Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Clips for always coming through whenever he's available to come through on the pod. Shout out to Clips. We appreciate you. Also, if you're listening on the audio instead of watching us on YouTube, the intro you just heard was created by Clips, who's an artist and also like a really good, smart, intelligent. Makes us smarter when we talk about music or hip hop. So shout out to Clips. Thank you for always coming on and coming through, my brother. Jesse might pull through at some time during the pod. Right now with this 2-man weave, me and Rel, basically doing off the rails, right, Rel? Off the no, you don't even know what that is anymore, huh?
my boys in outer space, bro.
But as always, thank you to our loyal listenership. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you for everybody that has been rocking with us since day one, day two, day 10, day 20. We appreciate you guys, everybody that listens to us on streaming, on Apple, Spotify, etc. And those who are watching us on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate you guys and love you guys. Thank you guys very much. You guys help the pod grow. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod go a long way. We're trying to hone in and get to those 100 subscribers. We're kind of close, but not super close. We want you guys to just everybody that watch. It doesn't cost you anything. Just please subscribe. All right. Thought out the way. I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna start with RIP, and this one just came off the wire recently, and you probably know about this more than I do. RIP to Bray Wyatt. For those who don't know,
Name Wyndham Rotunda.
huh?
His real name was Wyndham Rotunda.
Yeah, I didn't know his real name. He was a wrestler in the WWE. I stopped watching WWE. Rail would know more than that. I know him from him and his brothers doing that little spooky. I don't know what to call it.
The
What
Wyatt
would you call
family.
their intro? Their
The
intro.
Wyatt. It was the Wyatt family. I mean, it was not really. I mean, they just had interest. It's the Wyatt family.
Yeah, but they did the little creepy with the
Yeah,
lantern with the
eerie. Are
lights
you
come
afraid of the
off. Yeah,
dark?
yeah.
Kind of eerie. It was. I mean, speaking of, I mean, like I said, I still keep up with wrestling. Wrestling's fun. Wrestling's great. Uh, he's he was one of the like I would say like the boogeyman type of characters,
Yeah.
like they tried to make him like an Undertaker type of character. And unfortunately to die at 36, and now the thing is like, back in the day you see these wrestlers and you would never see him again. You wouldn't see him until they were on the screen, and but nowadays with social media and everybody having a platform, like people are everywhere. You see these people, they're in your life now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even like if you have somebody who posts day to day. So, fortunately, he died at 36. And it's a sad day for the rest of the community.
100%. This recently just hit the wire. Like I want to say in the last 2 hours.
That's
It
an
was
hour,
recent.
last hour ago. Yeah, I just
The
hit
last
about an hour
hour
ago.
ago. So RIP, no details have been coming out, and honestly, we don't need no details. If whatever it is, I don't. I don't feel like a lot of people are one of those people that need to know the reason why. I don't need to know the reason why. Not all the time, to be honest with you. At least that's how I think about it.
If
Anyway.
it isn't murder, I respect the family's decision.
Yeah,
Like
I leave it up to the fam. That well said. I think that's the perfect way to say it. Since we're talking about still somber news as always. Obviously we're recording this on Mama Day. RIP to the late great Kobe Bryant. As always, I think one of our I don't want to say it's our first episode. It had definitely had to be like our second or third episode where we talked. It was literally days after Kobe Bryant's passing, and we sat here and literally had a brotherhood talking about what Kobe meant to us and everything. But in I don't want to rehash that because it still does a good RP to the late great Kobe Bryant. But in positive and awesome news, it was unveiled by the Lakers and Vanessa Bryant that Kobe will be getting a statue outside of, quote, the house that Kobe built.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the statement from the Los Angeles Lakers and Vanessa Bryant. So on February 8th, 2024, fans can forever pay tribute to the beloved Lakers legend and five-time champion Kobe Bryant. The Los Angeles Lakers and Vanessa Bryant announced today that they will unveil Kobe Bryant's bronze statue at the Star Plaza outside of Crypto.com prior to the Lakers home game that evening. So it's finally happening. Kobe's getting a statue, well deserved. I mean, it goes without saying he was going to get a statue. What does that make out of Staples / Crypto now? Four Laker statues, if I remember. Kareem.
There's gonna be a monument park, as it should be.
No. I'm saying how many statues do they have out there? I know we got Chick, we got
Kareem, Oscar,
Kareem. Shaq has one now. Shaq has one out there too, right?
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya,
Oscar De La Hoya,
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, so it's quite a few statues out there now. Pretty awesome. I'm very, very, very interested to see what kind of pose they have. Just spitting off the dome, but what pose do you think what pose do you think would be the right sort of pose for Kobe Bryant statue to be? I couldn't think of one. I was trying
fade
to
away, but I'm assuming that they may do something with his daughter, maybe when he was at the All-Star game, or something with his daughter when he was holding her when they won the championship in Orlando. That's what I'm thinking. One of those two.
You think they're going to incorporate Gigi? I didn't even think about that.
I think she's definitely going to be incorporated.
Okay.
Also, too, by the way, did you know? That's why I'll be pulling up stuff. Speaking to the last thing we're speaking about, I remember IRS the wrestler. You remember IRS the wrestler?
No.
Okay, it's from the 90s.
This had to be out of my time when I stopped watching.
His son, that's his son, is Wyndham Rotunda. So if you remember IRS from the 90s, his son that was Bray Wyatt.
Oh, okay. R.I.P. Selfishly, I'm gonna I would have to say, for me, I would love to see like a if it didn't involve Gigi. I think if it has Gigi in it, then that's 100% better than what I'm thinking. But if I'm just gonna go as a basketball standpoint, I would like to see him in a triple threat position. I would, if they can, or they probably do a dunk, similar to the one that's going to be on 2K24. I can see that being a thing too.
I mean, if it's not the Minnesota dunk, it has to be the fadeaway or something with Gigi, I think.
Okay, I got you. I would like to see him in the 3-point stance. I think that would be fire, because that was his. You're at his mercy in that stance when he's in his 3-point. You're at his mercy.
Or him get ready to pump fake.
Yeah. So I saw some funny memes where people was saying that his statue should be the of him standing still from the Matt Barnes ball fake, and I thought that was funny. I thought that was him just doing the rocking back and forth while Matt Barnes just showing all his force, and I thought that was funny. So in this episode we're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith, some changes to the morning TV shows, sports programming. We're going to talk about Steph Curry's point guard ranking. Is he number 1 overall time according to us? We'll get to that. But first, Rell, before I got to Not List, you said you have picks this week. It is the week before. Actually, it's the week of the first week of college football. Next week, the NFL starts. So this is, again, one of your times to shine. So Rell's Picks is back, baby.
Yeah, they're back. I'm doing a lot of gambling right now. Damn it. Hold on a second. All right, so
you was not prepared for this.
No, I didn't think he was going to come off the top, but I'm actually looking at it right now. All right, cool. So for this week, I got a little, just a little something cooking up.
College football, right? You start college football.
I'm gonna go with college football, and I'm also gonna go with a couple futures.
Got you.
So I like Notre Dame first half -12. They're playing in Navy in Dublin, Ireland. But I think it's gonna be a tough game because I don't know which Notre Dame team is gonna show up yet. But should be I like them first half. I'm going with first half plays only. If you get down, I like USC first half. Damn, it was just 17. Now it's up to 20. So you might want to get in on this. That's 20 points is a lot. I might not even hit that now because 20
Who was
points is a
USC
lot for
playing?
first. USC's playing San Jose State. They were at like plus 17 and a half. I mean, minus 17 and a half. They were favorite. But I mean, I still take a minus 20. So I got Notre Dame first half minus 12, USC first half minus 20. And then I'm going to go with San Diego State Aztecs over the MAC, Ohio, for the game. That's probably minus 130. So those three picks. And also, too, right now, you can get the Chiefs. And if you look at division wins for who's going to win the AFC West, they got the Chiefs at a really good number right now. I think the Chiefs are the best team in that division. I think Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback to ever play. Hit the Chiefs right now. Hit their over win total. I think I am crazy about this Chiefs win total right now because I think
defensive end holding out mine doesn't scare you.
Okay, Mahomes gonna be there.
Who all gonna be over there? Mahomes over there.
Mahomes gonna be there. I'm gonna be there.
Travis is over there. All right, we good.
Long as they 1587 show up, they have a chance to win a Super Bowl. So
that's crazy.
So I mean, I like so hit the Chiefs over win total. Chiefs to win the AFC West. I really like that. And also, if you want to lay a little future on college football as well, Florida State and Texas, two teams I like. Come back to this in January when the college Florida State and Texas. I'm telling you, those two teams, they're going to come out of nowhere. If Florida State can get past LSU coming up this Sunday or Labor Day weekend in a neutral site, then
who's Colorado State? Who's Deion playing this week?
Colorado is going to be. No, they don't play this week. They play TCU next week, and that's going to be tough.
Okay. Interesting to see how Deion does his first game for Colorado State.
Speaking of college football right here, while we're at it, watch two docs that Netflix, they don't miss with these sports docs. The Johnny Manziel doc is really good on Netflix, and they just put out one this week called Swamp Kings about your boy Hernandez when he was with Tebow at Florida.
I already watched that. First of all, it's not my boy. Second, I already watched the doc with him in it already on Netflix. I'm cool. I don't need to watch no more docs with
him. No. But this one isn't about him. It's about everything that happened at Florida. This is like the 96. This is some 96 bullshit, like where Florida's one of the few teams to win 2 national championships in 3 years under Urban Meyer, and all that shit that was going on with Tebow and everything that was happening.
Off at the time?
No, Tebow. He's
really. Saying Aaron Hernandez knocking people off at the time.
They really didn't get into him. They got into more of the team. You know, they left that alone, which I understand. But it just Swamp Kings on Netflix. Please check that out. I think it's if you knew what was going on during that time, there's nothing new in there. But just recapping it, I think is captivating. Of just like what the hell was going. Actually, like seeing what happened not that long ago. Like Urban Meyer was there 2006. We're in 2023. So it's like that's crazy how time flies.
Yeah, Jesse and I was talking about shit like that today. All right, thank you, Rell, for your picks. So for those who, again, if you're new to the program, during the NFL season, Rell will give he normally does his 3 parlays. Sometimes he'll do 5, but he will give you his guaranteed 3 parlays. Rell, it's guaranteed to win money, right? Weekly, guaranteed. Can I get a check? Can I get a check guaranteed? Can I get a check guaranteed?
There's no guarantee in bet that you're gonna be frustrated. So. And then, like I said, it depends on how you bet. Because if I give you 3 plays and you put in the parlay, but 2 hit, and you lose 1, you lose the parlay. But if you put them in single plays, now you're up $400 and only down 100. So it's like it depends on how you bet. So if you put out $300,
we need parlays. We want people to win more money than that. Come on, Rell.
Dog, go outside. You want to do one of these lightning storms. You'll have a better chance to get hit by lightning than hit the parlay that's gonna get you paid like that. Got a bankroll.
All right, man. Thank you again for your picks. All right, so it's not list time for those who are new to the program. Not list is
Hold up, before you go. Speaking of, since I've been out here, what the fuck is going on with Vegas and all these lightning storms, bro? How do you do this? Since I've been I've never seen this much lightning in my life.
It's a tropical storm, hurricane.
Dog, there was one yesterday.
Huh?
I was at the Chipotle and almost got struck by lightning.
What time was you at the Chipotle?
It was like 8 something tonight. It was like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it was raining and flooding downtown. It was on the strip.
Dog, where did these storms come from? It was 90 all day.
It's a tropical storm, bro. That's how it could look, man.
Yeah, I ain't got long.
What do you want me to say? I don't know what I'm not.
I ain't got long. So
it rained. It rained a little bit this morning, but all right, man.
I just don't understand where this rain shit comes from. It's just weird to me.
Okay. Not list time. So the not list is compiled of the stuff that I've compiled through the week that we're going to talk about ins and out. Some are funny, some are factual, and some is just me getting my shit off. That's going to be my new slogan for the not list. All right, so number one on the not list. Y'all really made Lamar Odom go buy a new TV. Did you see this?
Yeah, too.
So Lamar Odom last Saturday was watching the Team USA men play against Germany, right? Play against Germany.
With a fucking magnifying glass.
He took a shot of him watching the game, and his TV mounted on the television. Now, this TV looked like the size of the TV that's in my daughter's room, so I'm not even gonna give him a pass. His fireplace was bigger than his TV. The picture he took, like his fireplace was like destroying his TV. So of course the internet killed him, destroyed him. Said the man that they did the little. For those who watched The Office, it was the episode of Michael Scott when Michael Scott had his the smallest TV ever on the wall, talking about it was a flat screen plasma, and it was the funniest thing ever. People were saying he had a tablet on the wall. They was killing LO. So after he got killed, literally the next day, he posted another picture, him with a big flat screen on the wall. He posted a picture of y'all bullied my man LO to get a flat screen on his television, dog. I can't believe y'all bullied, man. The internet, y'all crazy as hell, man. He was just showing his support for the men's basketball team, and y'all killed him for posting his television. But yeah, he should have had a better TV though. That was amazing. That was funny. All right, number 2 on the not list. This one is near and dear to Rell's heart, and Jesse's, who's not here's heart. Rell, your boy Billy McFarland. Are you familiar with my man Billy McFarland?
That's the Fyre Festival scammer,
yes, it
right?
is. The Billy McFarland, for those who don't know, is the scammer and the figurehead of the much controversial Fyre Festival that happened. I forgot what year off the top of my dome. What year was the Fyre Festival? I don't remember off the top of my dome. It's not important. Anyway. If you don't know what the Fyre Festival is, I don't know what to tell you. There's 2 docs one on Hulu, one on Netflix that are phenomenal, so you should go check them out. But basically, he's a scam artist. The gist of it's a lot of shit happened, but the gist of it is he scammed a whole lot of people to going to a island in the Bahamas, saying that was going to be the most epic concert experience ever. And it turned into to be an actual nightmare. No headliner showed up. It was just bad. This man he just got out of jail a week ago, if I remember correctly. And now this man is promoting Fyre Festival II. While he just got out of jail, and he owes people from the first Fyre Festival still $26 million. And he's trying to start and do the second installment of Fyre Festival. And to cap it off, Ray already knows this, he's already sold 100 tickets. Now I almost want to check now and see what the ticket's at. Rell, what do you think about this while I sit? Because he sold 100 tickets already.
I mean, it just shows that people are gullible. I mean, people just want to be in something. I think, like whether it be good or bad, they want to be the one that said that they went. And it's
Yeah.
fucking insane because if this was the '80s and a man named Jim Jones offered you some juice, you would have died. But not many people will catch that joke. Uh, so these same people that follow people to islands, it just, it doesn't make sense. Like especially after what happened, like I wouldn't go. This motherfucker couldn't leave me up the street.
This dude is like a legit scammer. Like I don't know how else to describe this guy. Um, and the fact that people have bought 100 of his tickets already that cost like 200. These ain't cheap. Maybe I'm thinking like a broke boy. 300. Like it was like $200, right? For the first set.
I didn't even look.
Like the first set was like $200 if I remember off the top of my dome. So I watched Gail King and Nate Burleson on CB. I forgot what nations. I forgot what station they're on. And Gail King was just she was the auntie that was just so disgusted that this was even a topic, and I'm with her. I can't believe that people were going down, or at least thinking about going down this road with Mr. Billy McFarland. So good luck to y'all. Apparently he can't even have the Fyre Festival II in the Bahamas because he's still a fugitive in the Bahamas, so it has to be somewhere else. So these people bought tickets to the Fyre Festival and don't know where it's at. Don't know a headliner.
Don't call us when y'all get down there.
Don't know a headliner.
Like I said, people just want to be into something. They just want something just to say, I was a part of it.
The most clout chasey thing in the world. Anyway, all right. Number 3 on the not list. This one's a big congratulations. This is going to be a double congratulations, but this one's going to start with Asia Wilson. Congratulations to Asia Wilson for tying the single game record in WNBA history at scoring 53 points against the Dallas Wings. She played, because she played Chicago today against the Dallas Wings.
No, did she do it against Atlanta?
No, you're right. She did it against Atlanta. My bad. She did it against Atlanta Dream. So the other two people, she tied it. Do you know who the other two people who scored 53 points are?
I know Cynthia Cooper's one of them.
No.
She's not?
I thought that too. No, it's not Cynthia Cooper. So one is one of her. Well, actually, oddly enough and strangely enough, the
Candace
other
Parker?
two, huh?
Candace Parker?
No, the other two. I don't think you'd get them. The other two were used to. Well, one's her current teammate, and the other one used to be her teammate up until like 2.5 years ago. Yeah. So the other two are Liz Cambage, who did it in 2018, and Raquana Williams, who is currently on the team but is hurt. I think she's not only she hurt, but she has some legal issues that she's going down that we've talked about previously on another not list for. So if you go back and watch that, what's going on with Raquana Williams? Yeah. So that was very interesting. And then tonight, double congratulations to not only Asia Wilson but the Las Vegas Aces on now being the sole leader in WNBA history for wins during the regular season at 30-4 is their record currently. I know people are gonna come at me and said that, Kev, you said they was only gonna lose 3 games. I was wrong. They lost 4 games. They still look good. I still think the Liberty is probably their toughest matchup. I still think they need Candace Parker. They still haven't rolled out Candace Parker for the whole season. So we'll see how that goes. Rell, you have anything to say?
Honestly, yeah, Asia, I've always been up and down with her. Like I always want more from Asia. Like I don't know. Like I feel like my expectations
That
for
53
Asia.
point game was incredible. Like I didn't watch it live, but I went back and rewatched the highlights and stuff.
That's the most dominant I've seen. I watched that live.
And
that's the most dominant I've seen her. And I've always wanted her to get consistent with that 3 ball. I've always, because I feel like it'll just add something, because everybody knows she wants to get to the left, and the whole thing is, but when it's off and when she's not getting those lucky bounces going to the rim, I just feel like if she's not banging, she needs a little finesse, and then sometimes the 15-footer isn't falling.
I think she can have a good 3-point shot, but she just similar to Rondo's a bad example. Similar
Anthony
to like
Davis.
Dennis Schroeder, she has to load up so much on the 3-point shot.
But see, hell, just like
she
Anthony
has to
Davis.
load up. She has to,
that's why she reminds me of Anthony Davis, because
she has to load she has to load up on a 3-point shot. It's like Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder's an all right shooter, but the problem is he takes so long to load up on his 3-point shot.
I mean, but for a big, that's true. But I mean, I don't know. But I just feel like, but my accomplishments to her to a 53-point game. Like I said, I've always had just recently, I just wanted more for her. But I feel like with that last 53-point performance, this is going to be a third MVP. So I think she's going to get this year.
I think another MVP. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the only thing I have an issue with is that the Ace is not winning the championship this year. So the Liberty will win the championship because they're the better team. They're the better coach team. And honestly, they're deeper.
If Candace Parker comes back, do we still feel that way?
It doesn't matter at this point.
Can we bet that when that happens?
It doesn't matter. Liberty win the championship.
Can we bet that? Me and you? Can we have a gentleman's bet? Can we bet that?
Maybe, yeah.
It's not. I actually want capital. I want to take money from you. Can we bet that? Can we put some skin on the line?
Bro, you got a family. I'm not taking no money from you.
Come on, man. This is like,
some chicken wings under something. I don't know.
All right, man. I can't believe you don't want to bet me. You feel so, the way you just said it was so.
You got a family, bro. I can't take money. I help you win money. I'm not gonna take money from you. I don't want your money.
Sounds like frightening to me, scared to me. All right.
Liberty will win the championship. They're the better team, deeper.
We'll see. You supposed to be a Aces fan, right?
I'm also a realist.
No, you can't be a realist because the Cowboys would have won 14 championships according to you.
Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, exactly. My bad. Number 4 on the not list. So for the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, feels like a month, feels like longer. And yesterday we was getting all this hype. So there was 2 things hyped up in the last week around here. Out here in Las Vegas, they was hyping up this storm to, at least out here, they was hyping up Hurricane Hillary, and it didn't hit us. In my opinion, it probably hit parts of Vegas harder than it hit me out here in Henderson. Because all I got was wind. I got some rain, but it was wind. Also, they were hyping up this Donald Trump mugshot that just recently got released an hour ago before we hit record. And I know, again, this is not a political podcast. Honestly, I don't care either way. But if a pitcher has ever gone quadruple, mega, double platinum, this pitcher has already done that. The way people, I know we're going to see people with shirts. We might see flags. We might see a whole bunch of stuff with this pitcher, with your boy 45. I don't know what else to say. I just, the mugshot came out, and we'll I don't know what else to say. There's just the level of hype around Donald Trump mugshot had me on stuck, and it was just, I've never seen so much hype around a mugshot. It was just, I know it's Trump, and it's multi-layered, but it was just amazing to me. Rell, do you have anything to say about your boy? Yeah, man.
Just can't wait to be him for being the Griselda album cover.
How much would you think somebody would have to pay him to put him on the album cover?
I don't think they get them. No, that picture's like I don't think they have to pay anybody to put them on the album cover. I think they'll just use that picture, So I mean, anyways, I don't know how to do it because they always use these like weird, figures that shouldn't be used. So I don't know. But who gives a fuck? I mean, Trump in there, but there's a few niggas I want to get out. So I don't know how this is gonna work out. But and if we think that Trump is gonna go to an actual prison where like I don't know, maybe somebody could catch him in a tight corner and shiv him up, that's not gonna happen.
Well, no. And honestly, I don't think we would want that to happen. Bro, don't do that. Anyway, all right, that's it for the not list. All right, so now to the meat and potatoes. I was gonna save one of this man's topics for the not list, but he's had enough going on for the last week and a half for it not to make it to the not list. And I'm talking about Mr. Stephen A. Smith. So should I start backwards or should I start with today? Let's start with the positive, good news today. So today, as we've been talking about almost ad nauseum about the pod about the what's going to happen with First Take and / Undisputed. Stephen A. Smith came on First Take today and said that Shannon Sharpe has joined ESPN First Take and will be on the show Mondays and Tuesdays. So literally the days after the football Sunday and Tuesday. I think that's really fly. I think that's hard. What a get by ESPN. What a get by First Take. I think that if ever there was a place for him to land, obviously this has been a long time coming. I think that's an awesome place for him to land. Shannon Sharpe himself announced with Colin Cowherd that his podcast Club Shay Shay is going to be on the volume with Colin. It's going to be partnering with. I don't want to say with. It's gonna be partnering with the volume, which is a company owned by Colin Cowherd, that House podcast. It's Draymond King Green's podcast is over there. It's a couple other solid podcasts over there. So now it'll be House by the volume with Colin Cowherd. Again, another smart, awesome move by Shannon Sharpe. My only question is, I wonder if, it's Monday and Tuesday, so I'm guessing Shannon Sharpe is going to fly to New York and be in studio and in person. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon Sharpe's first day is September. I saw it too. I should have wrote it down. I want to say September 8th or 18th. I know that's a wide range, but it was somewhere with 8 in it. Yeah, I think that's hard. Rell, you have any thoughts about?
Just a big shakeup. Everything's crazy. I mean, it doesn't. I don't watch these shows religiously. I tap in with them whenever I'm at home, whenever I'm working remote. Like I said, to me, it's background noise. It's show fodder. It's banter. Even if I don't like the shit they're talking about, it's just background noise to me. But I just think all this movement is crazy. Keyshawn on FS1, along with Richard Sherman, and now Lil Wayne. It's like Michael Irvin. My boy, I will tune in for Michael Irvin. So,
what'd you say?
I will tune in for Michael Irvin.
I know.
So it looks like FS1 wins.
Last time y'all was good. Keep going.
So FS1 wins. So
just off of Michael Irvin being on there, huh?
Keyshawn, that's my boy. So
yeah, so we already said it. So Skip looked like he's got recently let go Keyshawn Johnson from the recent ESPN fires. Also not recently because Michael Irvin's been on the shelf as far as for ESPN First Take for a while because he's had some weird, still not conclusive allegations that stuff has come out, but like nothing's been conclusive and it doesn't sound like anything has changed. So now it looks like he's going to be part of FS1 as well. So yeah, some things are moving and shaking. We can't. Skip's show, Undisputed, starts this Monday with the new lineup. So him, Richard Sherman. Apparently, there's going to be a new Lil Wayne intro. That's going to happen on Monday. So again, like Rell said, him and I don't usually tap into these shows like we used to, but 100% going to tap in on Monday to just see what the vibes are like. All right, so with continuing about Stephen A. Smith, Stephen A. Smith recently did a conversation on his show on First Take where he was talking about Lonzo Ball. Where basically in the conversation he was talking about how he's heard that Lonzo Ball is not even able to get up, he's not able to stand currently, right? Because he's Lonzo. For those who don't know, I always have to remind myself that some people we do I try to like some people know, but I should stop assuming that people know. So I also have to. I feel like sometimes I have to explain. Lonzo Ball is a player that plays for the Chicago Bulls. For those you probably know his dad more than you know about Lonzo Ball. But Lonzo Ball has been hurt. I think what did he tear up? Do you remember what he tore off the top of my head?
I don't know. It's like some MCL. What do I know? MCL.
He tore something off his leg, and he's been out basically since I want to say 2021, right?
I mean, I thought this was the Mari Stoudemire like knee fracture thing. I don't know. I don't think it was the ligament. This might be like.
Can you look it up while I keep talking? Please?
Yeah.
But anyway, he was saying that he wasn't able to stand. So Lonzo saw the video and made his own video responding to Stephen A. Smith. He was sitting poolside, listening to, I don't know what he was listening to. But he's basically sitting in a chair, standing up on one. It's a meniscus
injury.
Huh?
He tore his meniscus.
January. That's what I thought 14, I was going to say. But tore his meniscus. He's basically sitting in the chair, getting up, standing on one leg, yelling at Stephen A. saying, "Who's your sources? You need to stop yapping." He's like, "I actually like you, man. Like, where are you getting your sources from? I can get up and stand on my cheeks. Like, I'm coming back." And Stephen A. Smith decided to take the liberty and literally move the goalposts. Rell, do you want to talk about how he moved the goalposts?
Well, and when they asked him, like, what's your response to Lonzo Ball? He said, like, "Oh, you're not healthy, bro. You're not healthy." But the thing is, Stephen A.
to counting how much games he's missed in his entire career, which again, move the goalposts. Keep going. I'm sorry.
But at the end of the day, it's like, Stephen A., that's not what you said. You said he has a hard time sitting up and sitting down and then standing up from a chair from a sitting position. You didn't say anything. Like, the reason why he's not playing basketball games is because you're right. He's not healthy. So, and that's why the Bulls are getting a medical $10 million medical exemption from the NBA, because he isn't healthy. Like, so why is this even a topic? Like, this is where I get, and like, Stephen A. just does, and like, and nobody can call him on this shit. And even when he goes to the podcast, which is one of the few solo podcasts I listen to that don't really talk about, he don't really inform you or something. You know what I'm saying? He's not really informative. He's kind of just giving his opinion. So when I listen to a podcast, he reiterated the same thing. So I just don't understand. Like, it's not really a turn up, but I don't know. When you watch Stephen A., you should already know. Maybe somebody did say something to him. Maybe this is true.
He said he knows the doctors.
But then that's violation of the league policy.
He said he'd never give up the name of the doctors. He's like, but I know you. He's like, I know the doctors that did the surgery on you. He said, I never say their names.
But this is what I'm saying. He won't say them because
he sends like not threats, but like, I don't know what's under a threat.
I mean,
he sends whatever under a threat is. That's what he sends.
Somebody could have told him this. The whole thing is, Stephen A., if you're not gonna really put a name to it, shut the fuck up about it. Because like, if you say this doctor's name that told you that Lonzo Ball can't sit up, first off, that's violation of medical issue. That's a bigger issue at hand.
He said he'd never do it, but it's still like, why would you? Again, whatever under threat is, why would you do that and say it like that to that young man?
I just don't know why an injured player is the topic when this injured player literally does nothing wrong and stays out the limelight for the most part. Just like Lonzo Ball is a good kid. Like I just don't understand what his angles are or motives are to even put this stuff out there the way he does. Like I said, I just don't even know why Lonzo Ball is a topic on fucking First Take.
I didn't see the topic. I just saw the clip. I didn't see the topic.
But no, they were talking about him just being injured. It's like Lonzo Ball doesn't move the needle to be a topic. I'm sorry. Like he's a good point guard, but are you going to talk about?
Hey, Rell, fuck Lonzo Ball. The Bulls don't move the needle. The Bulls don't move the needle. What are you talking about? You want to talk about one of the most teams that has talented pieces like Zach LaVine and I know an aging DeMar DeRozan, but he can still play and help a team out. But it's like we talk about a team that's driving into a middle of nowhere, just driving and cruising into nowhere. I don't even know who their point guard is at this point.
Kobe White. They re-signed Kobe White and Caruso.
Is Kobe White gonna start?
Probably, or maybe I like Io. Io's. I'm an Io fan.
If Kobe White starts, it's gonna be terrible. All right. So also on First Take, actually wrong. This was not on First Take. So also what was making the rounds on sports television this week. So Gilbert Arenas. So Steph Curry went on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. And Gil asked Steph straight up, "Do you feel like you're the greatest point guard of all time?" Steph, who again should definitely feel as such, said, "Yeah, I'm the greatest point guard of all time." And then he commenced to praise and talk about Magic Johnson. He was like, obviously, I didn't see Magic play, but I've seen highlights. Kind of like same. The Magic me and Rell was alive for wasn't the Magic that I'm sure his dad told him. Yo Pops told you about, and I can tell you, my dad used to just tell me everything there is about Magic and Oscar Robertson. So so it sparked the conversation of who's the greatest point guard of all time, and everybody's had different opinions. It's been dissected to what you think a point guard is. Stephen A. Smith actually went on First Take to bring him up again, and said that he feels like it's Steph Curry. He said out. Stephen A. did all his caveats that he normally does. He did caveat, talked about praising Magic Johnson, but he did, and then he said he believes it's Steph Curry. And then a day later, Stephen A. Smith, before starting the topic again, got a text message from one Michael Jeffrey Jordan, which is obviously like the biggest flex, that can possibly ever happen. Just getting a text message from from Michael Jordan. I don't want to read what Michael said verbatim, but it was basically along the lines of like, it's not even close. It's Magic Johnson. Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. So Rell, before I go, I want you to where do you land on this? And I would love to hear what Jesse feels about this. I would love to hear what anybody in the comment section to tell me who do you guys believe is the greatest point guard of all time? Because this can be a debate. And then Gil, so to put a cherry on top, Gil, after the episode went crazy, the next episode on Gil's pod, Gil made again, to me, the right comparison and said, if we're gonna put Magic as a point guard,
then we should put LeBron.
Some guy from Akron, Ohio, technically sort of should be in this discussion. And I feel like that one I want to keep over there. But if Rell, you want to touch on that one as well, do your thing. So yeah, Rell, just who do you think is the greatest point guard of all time?
Like I said, we just forget about the fact that Magic changed the game in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And they went to 9 finals. And he won 5 rings. And like I said, nobody was talking about the triple-double stat until, Magic really came around. Like Steph Curry revolutionized the three. He made it more. He made it more. I guess easier for the eye to accept that people are shooting these absurd shots from these bad ranges that you would normally say, "What the hell is that?"
Right.
So you have to put into the context that I feel like Magic has changed the game in ways that, like, not only for big point guards, he was the first dude that most people were saying, like, he was a unicorn. 6'9" dudes at the time, like I said, they were dunking the ball. They were around the rim. They weren't bringing the ball up. So in this era, he created the LeBron. It made it okay for the LeBron to be 6'9" and be a playmaker. For a Lamar Odom, when he was, when he was considered one of the top players coming out in the NBA draft, and he could handle, dish, and pass. And it's all spawned from Magic. Like, I don't know if Trae Young is gonna have like if we can say Steph Curry, you impacted Trae Young. I don't know if that's what we want. Like, I don't know if the next wave of the NBA that Steph Curry is gonna affect is gonna be something to see. Because then we're gonna really appreciate what Magic did. Because we're gonna have motherfuckers damn near pull it from half court because they probably have because they took that shot before. They would have say,
Right.
that everybody wants it in the gym range. So personally, as I think about it, I just say that it's Magic Johnson because nobody was doing it at his size. He did things like average triple doubles that where nobody was average triple doubles at the time. Just the whole 9 finals run, doing something at that time, like I said, by the time Steph Curry got there, we've seen different variations of people who almost had to be like him. Like there were people who shot the ball deep and didn't shoot it at such a higher percentage as he does. So you can damn near make Steph Curry a shooting guard if you ask me. So based off of what he does. So I don't know. I just think it's Magic because like I said, he was the first of the first to meet, real unicorns where he didn't have a position. Him and Worthy were the same fucking height. Well, to me, he actually Magic taller than Worthy,
Yeah.
and he handled the ball, and they played Magic out of position.
Basically the same height. And what position Larry played? He played the 3.
He played the 3. And even then, they didn't even want Magic to handle the rock in the first place because they gave the ball to Norm fucking Nixon for his first few years of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Like I said, like just the vision. You could tell watching old '80s Magic clips. Everybody was going like, "What the hell am I watching?" When he come down and he do the little, like we were watching something different. Like with Steph, like we've seen great shooters. I don't know if we'll ever see anybody with the pizzazz he could do. Like LeBron was kind of close to Magic, and even then,
yeah,
it was still like LeBron didn't have that. I don't know. Maybe I've always felt like I don't know. LeBron could average 10 assists. I don't. If he. I don't even think LeBron has ever really.
LeBron won an assist shot, averaging like 11 assists, right? If I remember correctly, right?
I don't believe LeBron's ever averaged double-digit assists.
Yeah, he probably not. It was probably like 9. You're right.
Yeah. But that's all. I gotta say. I just think it's Magic, and I just think that when you start comparing all-time greats, you're just comparing Coke and Pepsi. Pick your choice.
Yeah. So I'm with you for the most part. What makes this very difficult is because these players have way different skill sets. Like it's easy. It's easy is hard. It's probably not the right word, but when you make comparisons of players that have similar skill sets, like it makes the comparison to saying which player is better because you can just go off stats or go off error or difficulty because narrative and what the player has gone through matters. I think again, what I know of from basketball before I was born is what my dad taught me and what my dad showed me and what my dad and my uncle, OGs who, when we lived in LA, they told me that the best player they'd ever seen was Magic Johnson. And then obviously when I got of age, like, I remember watching the 90 finals with him against the Bulls, right? But that wasn't magic, right? Like that was tail end Magic and a bunch of guys. The guys were kind of older. Um, it wasn't the same Magic. Um, and again, if we're talking about point guard, I think we have to focus on the word point guard, which is a distributor. He's supposed to be setting up people. Um, I don't think I want to look this up, but I'm on Basketball Reference currently. I was gonna look up Steph Curry. I don't think Steph Curry's ever had double digits assists. Again, but that I don't want to ding
The
Steph
most
for
he's
that.
ever averaged was is like 7. I already
I
checked
don't
it.
want to ding Steph for that because his skill set, he's the best shooter of all time. So, you know what he's not supposed to do? Like he's him shooting over two stretch hands is probably been better than Draymond Green getting a wide open three. Would you agree?
Yeah, but a real point guard would make Draymond Green get 10,
So
15
Steph
points.
Curry's highest assist season. I just have it right here. He averaged eight. This is actually pretty higher than I thought it was. So in 2014, this is
That's
the
it had to
year
be pre 2020.
in 2013, 2014, he averaged 8.5 assists per game. Um, Obviously that I'm trying to think who's on that team. I mean, 14.
That was the Monte Ellis team.
That was Monte's last year.
I think Monte Ellis was still there because I don't think 2014 Clay had. I don't think Clay got there yet, right? Was it
15,
we
they
year the
won
Clay
the
did?
championship. 14. Yeah, you might be right. I don't want to look at the roster right now because that might take too long. But that was his highest assist season of his career was 2014, and he still averaged 24 points that game. That's a hell of a fucking season. That's um shit. Now I almost want to go back and look at that season, look at that roster now when I get a chance. Um, but I just think that the skill sets make this a very difficult conversation because, and you know, I hate to be one of those people. I hate to be
No,
Julian
that was
Irving.
that team was Bogut, Livingston, Barbosa, Barnes, Festus Zeeley,
This is it.
Justin Holiday, Iguodala,
Brandon
David
Rush.
Lee, McAdoo, Brandon
Brandon
Rush,
Rush.
Spades, and Clay was there.
Clay wasn't there, right?
Clay was there. Clay was there.
Clay was there. No Dre though. Yeah,
No, Dre
I
was there.
think
No, yeah, Dre was there. Dre was there. He was
he was
off
on
the
the bench. So
bench.
David Lee was there though, right? David Lee
David
was
Lee was
starting.
there.
Yeah, so Dre probably wasn't playing. I just think the skill sets make this hard. Steph's still playing. I do think Steph's last title against the Boston Celtics made this a conversation the same way I feel like LeBron's definitely his Cleveland title made the Jordan thing a conversation, and him winning the title in Los Angeles made it even a closer conversation for him for the GOAT conversation. It's going to be interesting to see now that Steph's said this publicly and put this spotlight on. I mean, I'm riding with Magic, just similar to you. Um, but do I see Steph completely taking the mantle? Because like I'm with you. I think Steph's best position is two guard. I mean, he's literally a weapon as soon as he steps, you know, across the half court line. But do I ultimately think of him as like a distributor like that? No, because he shares distributing the passing duties with Draymond Green on the Golden State Warriors. Like Dre does a lot of point forward and stuff. So I don't know, man. It's just I just think it's really difficult to compare these two. And like you said, Magic's changed the game. Him and Larry were the face of the NBA for a long time. But if Steph wins another title, I mean, it is gonna make it more interesting because Steph's still playing. Obviously, Steph's gonna have the counting stats not only because he make threes, but he's also played longer because you know Magic wasn't able to play as long as he could have. You know, it'd been interesting to see Magic. I mean, we saw a glimpse of Magic's old man game, but like he had to stop because of the HIV. So yeah, um, I'm rolling with Magic. Um, Steph's it's a conversation for anybody that just completely dismisses it. I think you're wrong in that. Um, but it's definitely a conversation to be had. but I'm rolling with Magic until otherwise. You have anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
All right. I think that's it. I think we hit everything that we needed to hit on. Shannon Sharpe. It's gonna be on First Take. It's gonna be fly. RIP to the Mamba. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod grow a long way. If you're on YouTube, sub. Leave us a comment. Um, Tell us what you guys think and who you guys believe is the greatest point guard of our time. Is there another name that should be in this conversation that's not being brought up? Um, what is a point guard? Because I think that is an interesting conversation. The conversation we stayed away from, which is technically should LeBron be in this discussion, and if that's the case, should again he won't be considered the greatest of all time. Will that ultimately will Luca somehow some way end up in this conversation too because he is a floor general as well? Um, yeah, so this can be turn out and change and flip flop. All right, Rel, before we get out of here, real quick, does US win gold in the FIFA War Tournament?
Yeah.
My man. I think so too. Oh, so another real quick question before we get up out of here. You see the report by our guy. If there's ever a guy, I think this is my guy. Jovan Buha of the Athletic. I think he's my guy. I think I'm adopting him and making him my guy. That Austin Reeves is covertly recruiting players from the FIFA USA team for post LeBron Lakers. Which player on the team besides Anthony Edwards, obviously, because that won't happen, would you want on the Lakers?
He was already on our team.
Ant-Man isn't on our team, no.
No, that's a BI.
Oh, you out of everybody on the team, you want BI?
I'm not taking Brunson for my Knicks. It's either BI or Brunson.
You don't want Bridges?
I like BI better. BI got a little more in that bag than Bridges.
Triple J?
Just a hack.
Triple J's not a hack. All right. Okay. I thought for sure you'd said Bridges or somebody, but all right, we'll leave it
BI
at that.
or Brunson.
No. Anyway. Thank you guys for listening. For Rell, I'm Kev. We're those millennials, and we're out.